In Jetavana's tranquil grove, the disciples gathered under the great Bodhi tree, seeking the wisdom of the Blessed One. The Buddha's gentle gaze rested upon them as he began. Mindfulness is like the blooming lotus, unsullied by the muddy waters. His voice carried serenity. The lotus thrives in the mire, rising above, a symbol of clarity, compassion, and liberation for all beings. He extended his hand toward the lotus pond. Behold this flower, its beauty untainted by the chaos from where it emerged. Why do you hide this vase? The Buddha asked, his voice soft yet filled with timeless wisdom. The potter hesitated, his shame evident, and he said, "It is imperfect, unworthy of being seen alongside the perfect vases." The disciples sat in silence, their breathing synchronized with the rustle of leaves, attuning themselves to the essence of being. Another disciple asked, "What if our thoughts are restless, pulling us away from mindful reflection, leaving us lost in worries?" The Buddha spoke with reassurance. Restlessness is natural, like the wind that ripples the pond. Watch it, but do not chase it. His words resonated deeply. Observe your thoughts as you would the lotus bud. Give them time, patience, and care, until clarity blossoms. He continued, each thought offers you a lesson. Embrace them without attachment or aversion, and they lose their power over you. Each chip, each imperfection, tells a story, the Buddha explained. And through its flaws, it serves as a vessel for water. The potter looked at the vase anew, seeing it not as a failure, but as an object with meaning and worth. A disciple with teary eyes whispered, "Master, does mindfulness bring freedom from sorrow and fear that clutch our hearts?" The Buddha's gaze softened. Mindfulness does not remove sorrow but transforms it. It reveals the nature and impermanence of all emotions. He explained, feelings arise like the morning dew upon the lotus petals. Observe their presence without clinging, and they will evaporate. The disciple sighed with relief. Master, then is mindfulness the key to liberation from this cycle of suffering? Indeed, the Buddha said, mindfulness is the lamp guiding you through the forest of ignorance and the cycle of worldly anguish. The sounds of the pond grew still, as if echoing the reverence held in the disciples' hearts for the Buddha's words. The Buddha continued, cultivate mindfulness daily. With each breath, you plant the seeds of wisdom and interconnectedness in your heart. The disciples listened intently. The lotus does not hurry to bloom. It unfolds with time, patience, and trust in nature's rhythm. He smiled. Your mindfulness unfolds similarly. Patience allows clarity to flourish and ignorance to dissipate like shadows at dawn. A disciple asked, is mindfulness only for solitude? Can it be practiced amidst the duties and chaos of life? The Buddha replied, mindfulness is universal. It is the gentle stream flowing unnoticed, weaving through moments, connecting you to the present. He shared, practice mindfulness while speaking, walking, or working. Let it anchor you to awareness, regardless of external circumstances. The disciples nodded, resonating with the teachings. With mindfulness, life's mundane acts become sacred rituals of reflection and presence. The Buddha gestured toward the lotus pond. Observe the pond's harmony. Every element, mud, water, air, supports the lotus to bloom. His voice resonated like a guiding melody. Similarly, mindfulness reveals our connection to all life, teaching us gratitude and compassion for all beings. A disciple asked, Master, does mindfulness lead us to a state where desires no longer arise? The Buddha answered, mindfulness does not eliminate desires but helps you understand them. It shows their nature, impermanence, and the root causes. He explained further, when you observe desires mindfully, you do not grasp at them. They lose the power to control your actions. The Buddha's serene presence uplifted his disciples. Let mindfulness transform your perspective. It is the lens that reveals the truth beyond illusions and distractions. He spoke like the flowing river. Mindfulness nurtures compassion, like the lotus nurtures bees, offering all beings refuge and understanding. The pond's calm mirrored the depth of the teachings. As disciples meditated upon the wisdom shared by the Enlightened One, the Buddha's eyes glimmered with compassion as he concluded, "Remember the lotus, rising above, luminous amidst the murk, untainted and free. Right mindfulness is this lotus, beautiful in its simplicity, profound in its symbolism, guiding you toward freedom and awakening," he said. The disciples sat silently as the Buddha's words sank deep into their hearts. Like seeds of wisdom planted in fertile soil, the Buddha smiled softly, his compassion embracing his disciples as he uttered, "May your mindfulness flourish, like the lotus, unfaltering in its beauty." The gentle rustle of leaves became the song of nature. Joining the serene harmony of the Buddha's presence and teachings, his disciples meditated, breathing gently, attuning themselves to the rhythm of life and the depth of the teachings on mindfulness. The lotus pond, serene and luminous, stood as a silent witness to the transformative power of the Buddha's teachings. Another day, the Buddha and his disciples walked along the serene banks of the Ganges River. Surrounded by tranquility, the river flowed gracefully, its currents reflecting the sunlight. The Buddha paused, his presence drawing the attention of all. A merchant approached and bowed, speaking, "Master, tell us, should a person's value be measured by the finery they wear?" Buddha observed the silken garments draped before him, their vivid colors glowing under the light of the morning sun. "True worth," Buddha began, "is not sewn into the folds of silk but found in the fabric of one's actions." He extended his hand toward the water. "Observe the river. It moves around rocks and bends, yet its path remains clear and persistent." The disciples listened intently. "Let your mindfulness be unwavering, like the river, embracing change while staying rooted in awareness and compassion." Another disciple questioned, "Master, what if the currents of thought are overwhelming, pulling us away from the present moment?" The Buddha smiled gently, "Even the strongest currents calm with patience. Allow thoughts to pass, like the river carries leaves downstream." He continued, "Do not grasp at thoughts or resist them. Observe their nature, and they will lose their power to unsettle you." The disciples reflected on his wisdom, their gazes fixed upon the shimmering waters that mirrored the truths of the teachings. The Buddha spoke again, "Mindfulness allows you to see thoughts as transient, like bubbles rising and dissolving in the river's flow." His words resonated. Through mindfulness, you can find peace amidst life's turbulence, embracing its impermanence without fear or attachment. A disciple asked, "Master, how do we maintain mindfulness when emotions surge, like a river swelling during heavy rains?" The Buddha replied, "Emotions, like surging rivers, are impermanent. Mindfulness helps you observe them without being swept away by their force." He gestured to the river. "Notice how it remains connected to its source. No matter how turbulent, so too must your mindfulness." The disciples sat by the riverbank, breathing deeply, their senses attuned to the water's rhythmic flow and the Buddha's words. The Buddha continued, "The river teaches patience and humility. It seeks not to conquer obstacles but to flow around them gracefully." He explained further, "Mindfulness nurtures resilience and flexibility, enabling you to face life's challenges with wisdom and equanimity." A disciple asked softly, "Master, does mindfulness lead us beyond the cycles of suffering and into the realm of true liberation?" The Buddha responded, "Yes. Mindfulness is the bridge that connects you to liberation, guiding you beyond ignorance to the shores of awakening." His voice flowed like the river's current. With mindfulness, You transcend suffering by understanding its causes and embracing the truths of existence. The disciples meditated on his words, their hearts imbued with a sense of clarity and the resolve to deepen their practice. The Buddha's gaze swept over the flowing river. Mindfulness reveals the interconnectedness of all beings. Just as this river nourishes and sustains life around it, he added, when you cultivate mindfulness, you contribute to the harmony of the world, becoming a source of compassion and understanding. The gentle murmur of the river accompanied his teachings, a natural symphony harmonizing with the profound wisdom being shared. A disciple with contemplative eyes asked, Master, how do we embody mindfulness in our daily actions, amidst life's duties and distractions? The Buddha replied, mindfulness is not limited to stillness. It is a state of awareness you carry into every moment, every act. He continued, as the river flows seamlessly, whether calm or turbulent, so must your mindfulness adapt to life's varying circumstances. His disciples nodded, understanding that mindfulness was not confined to meditation but infused into the rhythm of their daily lives. The Buddha's words carried the weight of truth. Right mindfulness transforms even mundane tasks into sacred expressions of presence and interconnectedness. The river flowed steadily, its essence unchanged by external disruptions. An eternal reminder of the teachings of the Enlightened One. The Buddha gestured toward the horizon. See how the river meets the ocean, merging without resistance, its journey complete and fulfilled. He said, mindfulness leads you to this union with truth, dissolving the ego, and uniting you with the infinite flow of existence. The disciples sat in awe, their minds reflecting the serenity of the river and the profundity of the teachings shared that day. The Buddha's voice softened. Remember, the river flows for all, not just itself. Let your mindfulness serve the well-being of others. He concluded, right mindfulness is both personal and universal, a path to individual awakening and a contribution to collective harmony. The disciples bowed in reverence, their spirits uplifted by the teachings and the profound connection to the river's timeless flow. The river, a silent witness to the wisdom of the Buddha, continued its journey, a symbol of mindfulness and the path to liberation. Another day, the Buddha led his disciples to the summit of a majestic mountain, its peak brushing the vast sky above. The air was crisp, the horizon stretched endlessly, and the world below seemed small, distant, and tranquil. The Buddha gestured toward the vista. Right mindfulness is like this mountain, still, steadfast, and unmoved by the storms of life. A disciple asked, Master, how can mindfulness offer such stability when life feels like a tempest of emotions and events? The Buddha replied, observe the mountain. Though winds howl and storms rage, it remains grounded, a symbol of resilience and equanimity. He continued, mindfulness anchors you like the mountain. It holds you firm amidst life's turmoil, offering clarity and serenity. The disciples sat quietly, absorbing the profound wisdom as the gentle breeze whispered through the trees around them. The Buddha spoke again. Emotions, like passing clouds, come and go. The mountain remains unmoved, embracing all without judgment or resistance. A disciple asked, Master, what should we do when anger or fear surges, threatening to overwhelm our mindfulness and calm? The Buddha smiled. Anger and fear are like storms. Acknowledge them, observe them without clinging, and they will pass like fleeting winds. His words resonated. Mindfulness helps you see emotions as they are, temporary and impermanent, like clouds drifting across the vast sky. The disciples meditated on the stillness of the mountain, feeling its grounding presence as they focused on their breath. The Buddha continued, cultivating mindfulness is like climbing this mountain. Each step requires effort, patience, and unwavering attention to the path. He added, Do not rush the ascent. The journey itself, filled with mindful awareness, reveals the truth of existence and impermanence. A disciple with furrowed brows asked, "Master, how can we remain mindful when life demands constant action and decisions?" The Buddha replied, "Mindfulness is not separate from action. It transforms action into meaningful expression. Like this mountain sustains life silently," he explained. "Let mindfulness guide your actions. Be present in each moment, and clarity will illuminate the path of right conduct." The disciples nodded, understanding that mindfulness was not an escape but a way of engaging with life's challenges with awareness. The Buddha gestured toward the horizon. "See how the mountain reaches toward the sky, uniting the earth below and the heavens above," he said. "Mindfulness connects you to the present while transcending it, revealing the infinite nature of your true self." A disciple asked softly, "Master, does mindfulness protect us from suffering? Or does it help us understand its nature and purpose?" The Buddha replied, "Mindfulness does not shield you from suffering, but it unveils its causes and the path to liberation." He continued, "Suffering, like shadows, dissipates when illuminated by the light of mindfulness and the truths it reveals." The disciples meditated deeply, contemplating the transformative power of mindfulness and the profound stillness of the mountain. The Buddha's voice carried compassion. Right mindfulness is the foundation for wisdom and compassion, the roots sustaining the tree of awakening. He added, "Like the mountain shelters life, mindfulness nurtures the seeds of enlightenment within you, allowing them to flourish and grow." A disciple asked, "Master, how do we extend the benefits of mindfulness to others, sharing its blessings with the world?" The Buddha replied, "Your mindfulness radiates outward, touching others through your actions. Like the mountain enriches the land with its presence." He explained, "When you live mindfully, you inspire others. Your presence becomes a refuge, guiding them toward their own path of peace." The disciples felt a deep sense of connection, realizing the universal nature of the Buddha's teachings and the practice of mindfulness. The Buddha gestured to the mountain's peak. "Let mindfulness elevate you, like this summit, offering a broader view and deeper understanding." He said, "Through mindfulness, you see life's interconnectedness, the web that unites all beings in compassion and mutual support." The disciples sat silently, their hearts resonating with the profound teachings and the majestic stillness of the mountain. The Buddha concluded, "Remember the mountain's unwavering stillness. Let mindfulness ground you, offering stability amidst life's ever-changing landscapes." He added, "Right mindfulness is your refuge, your guide, and your strength, leading you to the boundless truth within." The sun set, casting golden hues across the mountain, illuminating the disciples' journey with the wisdom of the enlightened one. The mountain stood as a silent witness to the Buddha's teachings, a symbol of resilience, serenity, and the transformative power of mindfulness. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.